Do you know what is prospects and hazards genetic engineering? In today's video, we will discuss about genetic engineering and its prospects and hazards. Therefore, watch the full video to understand what we are trying to explain through this video. Let's go. Genetic engineering is when the genetic makeup of an organism is altered by inserting, deleting, or changing specific pieces of DNA. When conducting genetic engineering, the organisms that have their genetic makeup altered are referred to as genetically modified organisms, or GMOs for short. During the process of genetic engineering, a piece or several pieces of DNA are altered to change a characteristic of the organism. If DNA is inserted, it can come from another individual with the desired characteristic. It can come from a different species, or it could be artificially produced. It is exhilarating to think of the transplantation of genes. The possibilities are endless. In the field of biotechnology, genetic engineering paved the way for xeno-transplantation, or the process of transplanting living tissues or organs from animals to humans or vice versa. The research revealed the possibility of using pig organs as replacements for human hearts and kidneys, considering that they have similar physiology and size. It also led to tissue engineering, which is now considered an alternative to the replacement of cartilage, cerebrospinal shunts, heart valves, and other organs. Suffice to say that plenty of things can be achieved with genome editing. Plants lead the list of items or species that are genetically modified. Companies that want to create a sweeter tomato, bigger cherries, and herbicide-resistant crops can do so through GM. There may be health and safety concerns attached to genetically engineered food and crops, but proponents assure that the breeding process is only an extension of the natural way. After all, the tissues used for the cell culture still come from a living organism. Because it is now possible to produce food and crops that are bigger and grow faster, resistant to disease, can thrive in different environments, or can be customized based on the soil composition and availability of water in a location, world hunger could be minimized if not completely eliminated. But there is still a question of what genetically modified crops can do to human bodies, their effects, and their long-term impact. Gene mutation is a revolting concept. Imagine what the world would be like if diseases are taken out of the equation. If bad genes inherited from parents are detected and then removed, the next generation will be healthier and would live longer. Any genetic mutation caused by environmental mutagens may also be corrected through genetic engineering. When a human body is made less susceptible to infections, mutations can be kept under control, and diseases such as cystic fibrosis and Alzheimer's would be no more. Genetic engineering enables researchers to isolate the exact gene that is causing diseases and illnesses, giving them insights into the cause and possible cures that can be initiated. With the possibility of making the disease a thing of the past, everyone has higher chances of living a longer, fuller, healthier life. In fact, studies in genetic engineering showed that it has the ability to increase the lifespan of human beings anywhere between 100 and 150 years. And this only involves slowing down the aging process by changing a healthy individual's genome. Combined with other engineering processes, this can be more than possible. These include treating infectious diseases by implanting genes with antigen and antiviral proteins. Genetic engineering also allows desirable traits of certain organisms to be pinpointed and then integrated into others' DNA. It also acts as an aid for genetics, enabling pharmaceutical companies to produce highly graded products that can help fight illnesses. Another benefit of genetic engineering is realized in the production of valuable proteins. Recombinant DNA made possible the use of bacteria to produce proteins of medical importance. One such example is that of genetically engineered human insulin, which is of great importance and is now marketed throughout the world. Even scientists themselves believe that genetic engineering can have irreversible side effects, especially with hereditarily modified genes. After all, the process at the present uses viral factors to carry functional genes to the human body. Viral genes as they are likely to leave certain side effects. Also, where the functional genes are placed in the genome is not exactly known. In the event that they replace other important genes instead of the mutated ones, other forms of diseases or health conditions are likely to develop. Is the world equipped to battle new illnesses that may turn out to be deadlier than ever? Genetically modified wild rice is added with better carotene, which is needed by the human body to make vitamin A. This provides a perfect solution for vitamin A deficiency. Unfortunately, there are worries that GM organisms might actually be harmful to people. The added beta-carotene levels aren't high enough to even make a difference as well. By engineering plants to be resistant to pesticides and herbicides, we necessarily affect the web of life. Herbicide-resistant crops, on the other hand, may reduce the quantity of herbicide requirements, but it can lead to the growth of weeds that are resistant to herbicide and the loss of weed species that are essential to animal food and shelter. Suffice to say that modifying genes can have uncertain effects on humans and the environment. In the case of transgenic biotechnology, blending animal and human DNA can have uncertain effects, including the creation of entities that possess degrees of intelligence or sentience atypical in non-human animals. Many also believe that there are health risks associated with genetically modified foods, as well as in the experimental use of animals, long-term environmental impact, increased suffering of transgenic organisms, and the possible creation of new diseases. Genetic engineering is likely to put biodiversity in danger because engineering specific traits into select species threaten the planet's biodiversity by upsetting the natural balance. It will also adversely affect agriculture. Also, the promise to overcome worldwide hunger with the help of genetic engineering is not credible. There will be tough problems witnessed in patenting genetically modified items. A middle path is required to be put in place to accept genetic engineering for the betterment of the world. Well, that's all for today's topic. If you enjoyed the video, please do not forget to like the video and subscribe Imagine channel for more contents about science and technology. Until next video, take care.